Welcome, guys. I hope you're having a beautifully, phenomenally blessed day. I just want to let you guys know it's a true honor being here, helping you guys remember that you are the powerful ones in your life, and to remind you always to take back your power and make the decisions that are best for you. And if you don't like your life, remember it's up to you to change that, right? That's what these videos are here for. So that being said, I thank you for your time. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And today I want to talk about an interesting topic. It actually came up because of one of the readings that I did, but I realized that it's something that's necessary to talk about. The karmic. Son of a bitch, karmic. I'm gonna if I could only get my hands on them. That's why I want to talk about it. Because the energy that surrounds karmic people or karmic situations is so negative. It is so negative. And to be on this journey is to become beings of unconditional love. And so I bring this topic up because we need to start seeing the karmic through eyes of unconditional love, accepting them for who they are, regardless if they're hurting your person or regardless if you think that they're keeping you away from your person. It doesn't matter. Whatever the situation is, or even your own karmics. Maybe you've been really mad about your own karmics. You know, my karmic was a narcissistic person, and it's like I've learned how to accept and love the situation for what it was and what it taught me, because I wouldn't be here without that situation, right? And instead of being mad that your person's with somebody else, which is difficult, right? It's difficult to see, it's difficult to hear, it's difficult to even think about. But at the same time, instead of putting so much pressure on them and so much anger towards that karmic, what would it be for you to just spend a moment in prayer and to say, you know, may this person, if you know who they are, may they find love, may they find harmony, may they find peace, and may they find the knowledge to do what's best for themselves always. Because when we see karmics, you know, we often see them in reversal energy, right? They're just in a really bad place and they've been hurt people, love to hurt people. It's just a part of the journey. My head is so tingly right now. Like, I feel like the resistance of you guys, like, no, you don't understand. It's like, yeah, I do. I do understand this, right? But remembering that if your person's dealing with the karmic, then remember at one point in time, you were karmic to somebody too, and that they're that person's karmic, right? What did she just say? No, not my person. My person's the best person in the world. Nobody's free of sin. He who is free of sin casts the first stone. No one is free of this, right? We all brought our own negativities to it, and that's why I made a while back the toxicity is an empath. You know, it's hard for empaths to see their own toxicity because everything was personal. That person they treated me like this, it was personal. That person did this to me, it was personal. Nothing really in the world is personal. Like, people don't really just put things on you to personally hurt you, and sometimes they do, and everybody says narcissists do, but understanding that they do that because they were so hurt. Okay, off topic, back to what I was talking about. When talking about the karmic, you know, when you guys hear about how the karmic is, or say you watch readings and stuff like that, and you hear about how the karmic is, and you're like, oh my gosh, like the karmic's just tearing up my person, they're tearing up my love, like I just wish I could hurt them. Well, that's a trigger. Let that sink in for a minute. That's a trigger on you. That's a trigger creating, it's creating a situation that's eliciting an emotional response. How can you heal that? You have to sit with that. Why do I feel this way? Well, no one deserves to be like that. Yeah, exactly. No one deserves to be like that. But how do you know that the karmic didn't have to experience that at one point in their lives, and that now that's the only way that they know how to pass on love? Let that sink in for a minute. I'm sure there have been people who've clicked off already, and that's okay. But there are some of those that are really willing to take this journey seriously, because this is not for the weak-hearted. Meaning to give up grudges. Meaning to forgive. Meaning to love and accept others exactly as they are, no matter what energy they bring to the world. They're on their own journey. They have the choice to be who they choose to be. There's nothing you can say or do or threaten that will ever change another person. And this was a huge lesson for myself because, you know, I was the same thing. Like, oh, they're with their karmic. Like, man, that karmic, they just don't even understand. Like, you know, and oftentimes you'll see karmics trying to be like you, right? And they're being like you because you see the insecurities coming out. If you're really healing and they want to be like you, if you want to be like anybody, that's an insecurity. You shouldn't want to be like anybody. You should want to be like you. Even I'm not free of this. When I was young, I wanted to be like a friend that I had because I thought they had it all. I thought their life was so easy. I thought that, you know, like it just seemed like they were so secure and they were so foundational in who they were. And then as I got older and now as I've healed that part of myself, I realized how truly insecure that person was. And how I don't want to be like anybody else. I want to be like me. We need to teach that to others. We need to grow and become strong within our own foundations and teach that to others by being the example. This is not a do as I say and not as I do, right? And doing as I say is treating others, you know, saying, oh, treat others with respect, but not doing as I do is when you find out about the karmic, how you're just going to want to beat them up and hurt them and do all these things to them. I know you're probably just like, well, I just say those things. It's not like it would ever come to fruition, but how powerful are words? You speak it into existence. So maybe you don't want to physically do those things, but when you speak those things, you could potentially be praying those things upon them, right? My lips are all chapped. It's so dry here. Anyways, being silly, guys. Thanks for hanging it out with me. You see my chaps right there? I drink so much water. I don't know why they're all chapped. So anyways, guys, just being free comes from acceptance, true acceptance. It doesn't mean if somebody flies off at you that you don't stand up for yourself. It doesn't mean that you don't put a boundary. It doesn't mean that you don't take yourself seriously. It doesn't mean any of that. What it means is that you cannot determine how another person is going to receive your energy. And likewise, you can't determine how another person is going to talk about you. And you can't determine how another person is going to choose what to do with their own lives, i.e. your person. You can't say, well, they should have chose me. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. And maybe you shouldn't have made all the decisions that you made in your whole life, but would you really change them? Do you regret any of them? Really? Haven't they all led you to this moment, to learning more about yourself, to changing who you are? For those of you that are serious about the journey, not the talkers. There's a lot of talkers when it comes to this. And if there weren't, there would be more people who are successful. More people who have self-love. More people who are secure in who they are. You're so busy taking it out on the karmic and trying to figure out what's going on with the karmic or when is the karmic going to get their karma. That's not for you to ever determine or decide, or hopefully not for you to see, because it's not fun. Even no matter how much you're mad at that person, it's not fun to see somebody receive karma, because it's easy to put yourself in their shoes when you're actually face to face with them. It's easy to just brush it off when it's out of sight, out of mind, right? So this is a huge encouragement. I encourage you to, in this moment, send a prayer of love to the person that is with the one that you love. A prayer of love. A prayer of hope. A prayer of faith. And send love and hope and faith to your person too. Because they made the decision that was best for them at the time that they knew when that was all they had to make, was that decision. Even if it was choosing somebody else over you or being with somebody else over you, that is not a reflection on you. This karmic has nothing over you. It just means that there's another lesson that needs to be learned and your person has to learn it. But that doesn't mean it's easy. That doesn't mean what they're going through is simple. That doesn't mean that, oh, you know, like they deserve it. We all deserve what we choose because we chose it. The journey of love is miraculous and beautiful and wondrous and phenomenal. To practice it, the steps are simple, but it's not easy. Because the ego wants to be validated. The ego wants to be heard. The ego wants to say that I'm right and they're wrong. But the spirit is saying we're all connected. We're all in this together. We're all beings of light and love. That is a challenge. Who do you listen to? Well, isn't this journey about letting spirit come in and allowing ego to work with spirit instead of against spirit? So when it comes to your person's karmic, don't sit here and trying to be mean about them. Don't try to be vicious towards them. Don't try to be malicious towards them. Don't say anything. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Because at least you're not trying to manifest it in their lives. And yes, words do manifest. They manifest all the time. We watch it. If you've been on the manifestation journey, I'm sure you've probably seen it happen. Like, man, that shit really did happen. Words of power. Are you using them to overpower or to empower? That's what I have for you guys. I hope that this helps you. I'm sending out so much light and love to you guys. I know that you're beautiful people and you're going to make the best decision that works for you, whatever that is. Whatever that is. Please like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel down below, set that notification bell so you always know when the next video does go live. And until next time, go forth boldly, my fellow creators, and courageously find creative ways to rise above in life, laughter, and love until we meet each other again. Peace out. I love y'all. Bye.